Hello traders, right, take two of a video. I got distracted, but what I want to talk about here is significant levels on your charts that if you're scalping like I do, be aware they're there, and also that they do actually identify where targets may be. So the blue line that I just had on there was highlighting this daily open line. That's an indicator that I use. It should be in my indicators list on my pinned tweet and Twitter. So you've got a confluence of different stuff here. You've got the three candle reversal line here, which is a significant support level that's been broken by this red candle. So when price comes up, it's highly likely that it will use it as resistance. So if you're trading to these levels of supply, as it were, then expect to have a problem at this internal little sort of area of importance, as it were. And the other thing that I did notice that I don't mention enough on Twitter, and it's difficult to tweet stuff without writing reams and reams of tweets, so it's better to make videos, is this new thing that I've noticed now as a result of Dinesh's alert, which would suggest to me as a scalper, this is a demo trade, and I don't trade hourlies as a rule for hourly charts, as a rule for my scalping, but I wanted to watch this closely. So the way to learn is to to demo trade. That's my firm belief. So we had the alert, and it's useful to mention also the alert happened about 10 minutes into that hourly bar there. We're in the new hour now. But I got in late because I was doing other stuff. But there was probably, I don't know what that is, open to close. It's not going to show me for some reason, even if I hover over it. Why is that not? Oh, got to get to the top of it. The open was 604 and the high was 761. So I have no idea what that means in terms of pips. But, if you're entering there, then it looks like it's a good... let's try that again, actually, because I don't trade this as a rule. 60 to 76, probably 16 pips. In fact, there'd be an easier way to do that. Open to the high, yeah, 16 pips, 15.2 it showed there. So, yeah, I mean, enter there as a result of the alert going on mid-candle, and you got 16 pips before, and this is something that we can't do trading 3CRs. We have to wait for the close. There's the alert and the close of that candle, then potentially get a pullback, then we enter. When you're entering based on the momentum, you enter straight away. You can use the lower time frames, double check you're entering with the, say for example, the in this case M30, M15. Check everything's right on these two, which is what we do as a scalper. If this was a 15 or 5 minute chart, I'd be dropping down. As a result of that blue arrow there, I'll just drop down to 1 minute, make sure, had a little pullback maybe, and enter when the 1 minute breaks the high of the 1 minute candle to the left hand side, as it were. So it's all very straightforward really, momentum trading, and it's proving extremely exciting. Did a week's worth of trades in half a day yesterday, to be honest with you, so 2 weeks worth of trades in a day. So it's blowing me away. So anyway, back to the point of this video. As you can see again, we've got a classic 2B reversal forming. This indicator, along with the 3CRs, is to the 2B reversal probably the best thing that has ever happened to it. Without blowing my own trumpet, I don't really do that. But if you're a 2B trader and you don't use these additional indicators, then quite frankly, I think you're mad. Anyway, so one thing to look for, confluence of other stuff. And again, that's where the indicators, if you didn't have these indicators, you wouldn't have a clue. So you wouldn't know where the daily open line is. You wouldn't know about this significant support level broken by this big candle here, which is a high volume candle, as you can see from that pink vol bomb alert there. And you've also got the Dinesh arrow there telling you that it's dropped through that level and it's just dropped with momentum, and down it went. good few, probably 20 odd pips on that move there. 20 pips is a fortune for a scalper. I know scalpers that used to trade £1,000 a pip. So 4 pips out of this little push up here would have netted me £4,000. Simple as that. So, or them £4,000. So that's what scalpers do all day long. Do that 5 or 6 days, 5 or 6 times a day, and you are in the money, as Harry Enfield would say. So that's it. What else have we got going on here? Well, there's no divergence, so this is not the safest of trades to the long side. If there had been divergence, in other words, this low made a higher low here, then I would expect this to absolutely fly. Another useful little tool when trading 2B reversals. Always try and find the ones with divergence. Here's a divergent one here. Actually, that's what I'm talking about there. Lower low, that made higher lows. There and there. So these moves, that's a pretty strong move, and what you'd be doing would be ideally drop to the at this point here, drop to the 30-minute chart and see whether you've got a 3CR with the blue arrow. Let's do that actually while we're here, might as well. 30-minute. Sorry, I got distracted again. There's shooting going on outside. And scroll across. So here we are here. We haven't got anything of interest there. We've got the 3CR, and then we've got the arrow there, and as you can see there was a good well, let's say the arrow went off, because they seem to go off almost instantly. I don't know what it is about this. I need to get more into it, but honestly I can say it's a priceless piece of kit. Let's say it went off there. That is a 20 pip move, 22 pip move. You've got to take the spread out, of course, but whereas the 3CR we would have had to wait for the close. Also worth adding or highlighting here is a double 3CR. 3CR up, pullback, 3CR up, and look, no pullback. And I mentioned this the other day on Twitter. The second 3CR will be the explosive movement that is as a result of all of the sideways movement, if you like. We used to say traders were doing this. Now you just might as well just accept the algorithms are doing this, and a few traders are following it. So the algorithms have loaded up with buy orders down here, push down, load up cheaper orders, and then finally they've pushed up. There's no orders to, because obviously it's a zero-sum game. They've got to have people that are trying to buy, and they're looking into those, getting into those. Then they're shaking them out, and then finally there's no one on the other side of the order, and price just explodes. Simple as that. So we would probably be able to drop down onto the lower time frames and look at what I was talking about, an alert. Got to find it now. There you go. There's a nice strong alert. So you might have got in at this stage here. There's the break of the 20, and possibly got an alert at that point there, and just ridden it up with a really tiny stop. And the beauty about 3 candle reversals in the exhaustion phase, you know, what I was saying, this pushing the price down to get cheaper entries, keep pushing it down, getting cheaper entries, and loading up with the buy orders, and boom, up she goes. Finally it explodes. You know, that's something to do with Elliott wave, explosive wave, or something like that. But all of this stuff, it doesn't matter what you trade, it's all the same. It doesn't matter whether you call it Willy Wonka's chocolate factory trade. You know, none's better than the other. It's all just about following price action. So hopefully there is some value in here. Sorry I've waffled on a bit, but you know, when I see these things, I can't avoid, you can't unsee them, as it were. So thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday.